All right, so we have some updates here regarding Dish Network. So it looks like we're going to be seeing two execs from Dish Network resign. We have first up Gary Shanman, who is the EVP and Group President of Video Services, along with Ajinkya Jinx Joglekar, if I'm saying the name correctly. That is the Senior Vice President of Acquisition Marketing. So they're no longer with the company. And we're not getting a whole lot of reasoning behind their departures. Just basically that, they've resigned. Apparently they've resigned in order to pursue new opportunities. And we don't really know who's going to be filling in their roles, whether it's temporarily or long term. We have no idea yet. So it seems like this might have been sudden. Maybe they just kind of decided together that they want out. And maybe there's been some disagreements behind the scenes with Dish. Maybe they just couldn't come to terms on, certain requirements or requests. That's possible. Of course, Dish has been suffering greatly over the last couple of years. A lot of bad financial mistakes. Cable TV is just not capitalizing. There's no money being made. Most cable TV providers are losing money. So, there's that. There's the failure of just cable in general not making money. But then there's also the failure of the business opportunity that Dish had with the partnership of DirecTV. They messed that up, basically. DirecTV was ready to give them a go and come in and pretty much patch up all the mistakes that Dish made. But they got greedy, Dish. They wouldn't play fair. They didn't want to own up to some of their mistakes and pay their fair share. They wanted to push all their debts on DirecTV and basically walk away with their hands clean. And DirecTV wasn't having it. And I'm glad that they didn't. I'm glad that they didn't take the bait and get suckered in and have to deal with all the problems while Dish gets to walk away with a clean slate. That wouldn't have been fair. So, although that would have been a nice deal for Dish, I think they need to learn from their mistakes. They are constantly digging themselves into a hole and expecting everyone else to dig them out. And that is the problem with this company. That is the problem with how they're operating their cable networks. That is the problem how they're operating their wireless service. They keep making mistakes and expect customers and the FCC and everyone else to try to understand and be sympathetic with them. But they're being given multiple opportunities to turn things around, and they're just not getting it. The only way that this company is going to survive is if they do have a strategic partner come in with the right amount of money and the right amount of planning to help rebuild from the ground up and eliminate the majority of the mistakes that this company has made. But no one will trust them. They've basically shunned whoever has expressed opportunities to want to work with them. So I think that's probably why we're starting to see some very important positions, people in these roles resigning because they see that they're on a sinking ship and they want to get off that boat before it's too late, before they can't and they're trapped and now they're drowning along with the company. And I think that's what we're witnessing here. I think these two realize that there's just no way to stay afloat here. The ship is going down and anyone that's on it is going down with it. So they figure, let's get off while we still have a chance and continue our career in the industry working for a company that maybe has some kind of plan, blueprint. Maybe there's opportunities for us. As we're here, we're just kind of sitting around beating the bush because EchoStar, Dish, however we want to refer to them, has no real plan anymore. They're just hanging on by a thread, hoping that things will just kind of turn around for them. I think one of their biggest plans now is to focus more on the streaming services, Sling TV, and for some part, it is working. They're beefing up the plans a little bit, getting more competitive, but I don't know if it'll be enough. I don't know if it'll be enough. We see them trying with the Boost mobile plans. They've been customizing them a little bit, making them better. They have great deals right now, 3 months $15 a month. I mean, these are solid deals, but it's not enough. The advertising isn't really there. The plans still aren't appealing to enough customers. Their Dish network, native network, is still not available in enough places. So there's that problem, and they can't really afford to continue to keep building out. So without a partner coming in and kind of giving them the capital and leading them in the right direction with their experience and expertise, I'm afraid these are the types of updates we'll be getting from Dish. Just more failures, more people leaving, and a lot more uncertainty. I know a lot of you are just waiting for the, announcement of bankruptcy. And it doesn't necessarily mean that this company will be done. If they did file, they could always come back, especially if they can convince someone to partner up with them. They can rebrand and they can refocus and maybe, come back bigger and stronger. But again, who really wants to put their investment into this company when they simply just can't be trusted, when they're not playing a fair game here? So the lesson here is for Dish is they really need to come to terms with their mistakes, and they really need to learn from them. But I just don't think that that's in them, not right now. I think a restructuring is probably possible, but also necessary. Absolutely necessary. I think a lot of the people that are in there need to go so that new people maybe can come in, maybe with a fresh pair of eyes, fresh pair of ears, better listening skills, maybe understand how marketing works, and maybe that would help. But I don't know. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts of this. This is not good news. When people are resigning, people in high positions are resigning, it's usually a telltale sign that the sink is shipping. The ship is sinking, should I say. It's the other way around. And they want to get off before it's too late. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.